Now that we know how a VC fund works in general, it's really important to understand the process of VC fund towards you as the entrepreneur. How does he invest in your company? What are the stages you have to go through in order to get an investment? First of all, of course, you have to contact the venture capitalist, the so-called contact phase. How you do that? You directly or indirectly by using some contacts the VC already knows. You contact the VC by sending him some description, normally executive summary of your venture, and you let him read that. If the VC is interested in getting to know more, he asks for more information, which is the so-called rough analysis phase. What you were able to see over here is a so-called non-disclosure agreement. And this is textbook knowledge, to be honest, because no VC nowadays signs a non-disclosure agreement. There might be some VCs who do that, but keep your fingers off, because all the professional VCs, they don't sign a non-disclosure agreement anymore. What's the reasoning? Well, they have various reasons to that. Maybe the one and the best reason is they are venture capitalists and they want to remain venture capitalists. If you come up with an idea, why should they copy the idea? They want to play the 10 cards, and 1 or 2 out of the 10 cards are the high return things. They don't only want to play the 1 card. And there are more reasons to that. At the very end, that's the takeaway. They won't sign it. So be ready to give them more information, and especially be ready to do a company presentation. And this is called the rough analysis phase. And this rough analysis phase might take you at least 2 weeks or up to 2 months, depending on the VC, depending on the question, how many VCs you have in the process, and how you are able to lead the whole process of getting VC money. If a VC is still interested, and you have to see that up to 90% of investment proposals fail at this stage, and some failed before because the VC is even not interested to see you as the management team for presentation, then it really gets interesting, because he signs a letter of intent. Well, the paper is worth nothing, but it's at least a good sign for you to get a letter of intent, and he's telling you, I intend to invest into your company, please give me more information. And then the process is really getting serious, because the VC right now invests some money into looking into your company. In the detailed analysis phase, which is the third stage towards getting VC money. And he meets you several times, and he looks at your business plan in very detail, and he does a due diligence of everything which is there. If you have patent, he does a patent due diligence, and does a legal due diligence and a business due diligence. So at the very end, he invests really time and money in order to look at your company really closely. This is, by the way, why many VCs want exclusivity in that stage, and they don't want you to do that stage or phase with 2 or 3 VCs at the same time. Well, that's a real crucial question. Should you give exclusivity, and is going to pay for the due diligence and so on? So these are details which are worth thinking about if it gets to that stage. And if the VC is still interested after he has seen your business plan, if he's seen all the papers and he didn't find any hiccups, he will send you a term sheet. And the term sheet is the so-called investment proposal. So he says, I'm going to invest in your company for that valuation under those circumstances, which are the contractual details. And this one is really worth looking deeply into that. And it's also worth going into the negotiations with the VC, which can take some time, which can take even a longer time, where you do the final negotiations about the deal, about all contractual details. And ideally, At the very end, both of you, the entrepreneur and the VC, or more than one VC, is signing the contract, investment contract.